Hello, St. Louis, and welcome to OnSTL.com.
Today's segment is sponsored by the Office of McBrearty, Hart, and Kelly, proudly helping clients in the St. Louis area with automobile accidents, insurance defense, workers' compensation defense, subrogation, and much, much more.
Let's just move right into the topic of whiskey. Whiskey.
This is so cool for St. Louis. Whiskey in the Winter is this Saturday, from when? 6 to 9:30 Saturday evening.
Yes, if you have a VIP ticket, though, you get in at 5:30.
Okay.
Okay, so we have Jennifer. And Jennifer, you're with the company that produces Whiskey in the Winter.
Yes.
She's a project manager.
And John is...
Dr. John
Doctor.
Whitty.
Yeah, what's the doctor part?
It's actually veterinary medicine.
Oh, really? Well, that always
So it
comes in handy.
has nothing to do with beer or whiskey.
And you're a master distiller and brewer, is that correct?
I oversee the operations for the distillery, and I'm the brewmaster at Square One.
So brewmaster refers to beer, right?
Correct.
And what are you, a distiller if you're doing spirits?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Now, let me just ask Jennifer, because I want to get this all figured out, because last year I attended Whiskey in the Winter, and it was the first one that they had in St. Louis, and it was mobbed. It was such a success. And I imagine, do you have an idea? Do you have more tickets sold this year?
We do. I mean, we were shocked last year as well. We weren't expecting that many to attend, but pleasantly surprised. And this year it's grown as well. We're expecting... maybe like 1,000, 1,200 people this year.
And where is it? Where the location?
It's at the Hyatt downtown.
The Hyatt. Okay.
Yes.
And so you can get tickets right up to the event or at the door too. Is that possible?
No, we don't sell them at the door.
Okay.
But we haven't stopped ticket sales yet. But they will sell out. So we anticipate them selling out.
Dr. John, let me ask you, since Square One is now into the distillery thing also, is this an upcoming trend, or like wine tasting? Now people are into spirits tasting?
Craft distilling is really, I mean, you're almost seeing it move hand in hand with craft brewing. I mean, there's been a huge explosion in craft brewing, certainly in the last 5 to 10 years. And stuff, people like Stephen Hale and myself, we've been around St. Louis. We call ourselves the salty old dogs of brewing in St. Louis. I've been brewing for 19 years.
Now,
in
is
St. Louis.
Steve Newcomb your boss or partner?
He's the owner.
He's the owner
he would
of
be
Square One.
Yeah, he writes the checks.
What will he be talking about at
he's actually given a seminar about craft distilling and specifically about craft American whiskeys and the trend in American whiskeys, which is different. The newer ones that are coming out are all malt, so they're not a bourbon base. There's no corn in them. And this whole trend of creating malt whiskeys, specifically in the United States, different from what you would see from Scotland because of some of the regulations that we have in the United States. But
is that the difference between a bourbon and a whiskey? Corn being the ingredient?
Yeah, it's very confusing in the United States. Bourbon, for whatever reason, it should have been, but it was never given a area of designation like Champagne in France or Scotch in Scotland, or tequila in Mexico. So bourbon can be made anywhere in the United States, but by definition, the federal government, it has to have at least 50% corn in the mash.
Now, Jennifer Millward, walk us through for the newbies who show up at Whiskey in the Winter at the Hyatt downtown.
At the Hyatt.
What will they? What can they do? They taste things? Do they buy things?
There are seriously so many things that you can do, which is why we're encouraging people to go to the website and actually map out your night, because it is only 3.5 hours, so you definitely won't be able to get to everything and see everything, taste everything. Like I said, the main ballroom is going to be the grand tasting. It's going to be composed of sponsor lounges on the outside, and then tastings in the middle, and then outside in the pre-reception area, one component that I'm really excited about is that we have different bartenders and mixologists from around town, and also we're flying 2 in that they've actually taken a product and they've made a specialty cocktail that they're offering to guests as well.
That's nice.
So that'll be fun. And then, like you said, there's seminars that are taking place. So if people want to actually learn about different things, they can do that as well. And it's going to be a fun night.
And there's food, right?
There is food. Yes, the Hyatt actually did a great job last year.
It was delicious.
So their menu looks phenomenal again this year. But they actually create a menu that's kind of whiskey inspired. And they're actually doing a seminar as well called Cooking with Bourbon or Cooking with Whiskey, I think, actually. So they'll actually bring people in and talk to them about, pairing whiskeys with food and cooking with whiskeys. So that should be interesting as well.
It's called Whiskey in the Winter. It's this Saturday at the Hyatt Regency downtown, 6 to 9:30. You can get in earlier if you have a VIP pass.
If you have a VIP ticket, yes, you
Okay.
can get in at 5:30.
Okay, project manager Jennifer Millward,
Yes,
thank you very much.
thank you.
And Dr. John Whitty, brewmaster at Square One. Thank you both.
Thank you.